What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. This is the Silver City Criterium, which was stage 4 of Tour of the Gila. And coming into this, my legs were feeling like trash. So I knew I was gonna have a different strategy than normal coming into this if I was gonna want to do good. And so my strategy was gonna be tail gunning. Typically, I'll tail gun here and there, but I don't normally ever do that for the entirety of a race. But I was like, I only have a few matches for this, and so I'm like, I gotta conserve all the way to the finish. And if we kind of take a lap through this course, we're coming into turn 2 here, and this is kind of the main feature of the course, is this uphill drag, which I think gets to around like 7, 8, maybe even 9%, somewhere in that ballpark. But you're hitting this every lap, and not to, an additional thing is the pavement was just awful, which kind of sucked because this is a really cool course. So if the pavement was nice, you'd really be able to rip this. But yeah, so you'd go over that hill, then down this one, and then up this next one. That would then lead into turn 3. And yeah, I mean, part of this is just not only watching the riders around you, but making sure you're not hitting a giant pothole, and then that would lead to a flat. So after you make that turn, you kind of bomb down this hill, which then leads into the last turn, and the start-finish straight. But this section of road was the worst. You can see there's kind of like this groove in the road on that right side, and yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, this turn was really fun. Unfortunately, people weren't taking it as fast as they should have, and so that was kind of annoying, but that's what happens when you're at the back of the field. We're now about 8 minutes into the race, and one of the key things of tail gunning is and why you want to do it, is to keep your power as smooth as possible. You can see there's people that are kind of like sprinting ahead, going really hard, probably putting out close to 1,000 watts. And I'm just gonna keep, my power steady, because once we crest this hill, we're gonna go downhill, and if I want to, I can continue pedaling down this, or I can just kind of get arrow, tuck in a little bit, and I'm just gonna come right back to the field. And when you have tired legs, and especially for something like stage race, at least for me, it's like I'm always trying to keep my power as smooth as possible. I don't want to be spiking up anything, because that's what's really going to take a lot out of your legs, and I really didn't have much in my legs, so that's kind of what I was being mindful of this entire time. Before we get any further into the video, I want to real quick shout out TPC, who's the sponsor of this video. If you don't know, TPC has tons of high quality certified pre-owned bikes for sale. They've all gone through a detailed inspection. And if you buy one and it doesn't work out for you, they also offer a 30-day buyback guarantee. Plus, you can even trade in your current bike, or just even sell them your current bike, and get either store credit or cash. So they definitely have some pretty sweet bikes, so definitely go check out their website. I've linked it down in the description. Like I was talking about earlier with trying to avoid potholes, here is a nice example of completely nailing a pothole, coming up right about now. Okay, so I hit this giant pothole, and then my Di2 just stopped working. So my rear derailleur, specifically my rear derailleur, is just not working. And so you can see my cadence is super low right now, and I'm just clicking away, trying to understand what's happening, trying to get it to start working, but nothing is working. And so I'm just dang. And of course I'm in my 11th tooth cog, and pretty soon we're gonna be back onto that climb, and I'm I don't know about grinding out up that climb in the 11th tooth. There is pits that I could have gone into, but if possible, I'm always trying to like figure out any issues I'm having while on the bike without having to do that. So somehow with clicking different things and probably hitting another bump, everything just started working again. I don't know if like it went into crash mode or something like that, but fortunately I was able to get it working again, because especially on a course like this, you definitely are changing gears a lot. So yeah, but there's not too many exciting things in this race, because except for the finish, because I was just riding really smart, following the wheels, keeping my power smooth. So let's go ahead and jump to the finish and see how it played out. We're now coming in to soon to be 3 laps to go. And you can see I'm kind of still near the back, but now is kind of when I'm looking to start moving up. And fortunately, the Subaru rider in front of me also wants to move up. So I'm just gonna kind of follow his wheel, just only doing low 200 watts here. Things are also just kind of slow in general. And then now there's an attack flying up on the left side, which of course I'm not gonna chase. So I'm gonna let someone else do that. And I didn't continue moving up further because I don't want to be that far up yet. So I'm just going to kind of slot in here, middle of the pack. But yeah, I mean, if you're ever looking to move up, especially at the end of the race, chances are there's someone else that has the same idea. So it's normally best, if you can, to just jump on someone else's wheel. Don't do the work yourself unless you have to. But so yeah, now there's kind of a chase group forming. Skipping a little forward in the lap, things aren't quite organized in the front, and there's still, you can see a rider up the road, and then now there's another person attacking. So we're coming in 2 laps now, 2 laps to go, and now the race is picking up, which I like things to be kept fast at the finish. And so yeah, I'm just probably, I don't know, 10th or, well, it's probably 6th wheel right here, so probably a little further up than I would like. And if you see this El Grupo team, and they're kind of in that blue and yellow kit, they're kind of who I have my eye on the most going into this finish. They were, I think, the biggest team. There weren't too many big teams here. And so I'm figuring they're going to try to lead out something for the finish, but additionally, they're probably going to try and bring back this guy who's still off the front. But yeah, I'm just keeping it calm. You can see still not even doing a ton of watts going up this, not even really hitting 500 watts here, and just trying to keep things smooth. And yeah, so things are still a little strung out though, and you can kind of see now, I'm kind of a little bit in the middle of 2 groups here, but yeah, so I'm gonna kind of close up on this front group coming up this hill. And yeah, I feel like I'm in a pretty good place here. I'm in a little further up than I want to be, but since you can kind of see we're gapping the field behind me, I feel I'm in a really good spot. So and these laps are about 1.5 minutes long or something like that, so really not too much left. But you can see El Grupo is just still hammering on the front, because they're going to try to bring this guy back so that they can contest the bunch sprint at the end for the win. But I think they probably are bringing him back too soon, because you can kind of see we're just about closing up on him. And typically, you want to kind of wait till like the last minute to bring, a solo brake guy off the front. Because then once you catch him, then it's kind of like things are going to kind of slow up typically. And now you can see he's caught and everyone just kind of sits up. And here I'm thinking like my first instinct was like attack and go and carry that speed. But That's never worked for me because I'm a sprinter, so I gotta stay calm, stay patient. And yeah, I'm just kind of sitting on El Grupo wheels right now, and then GC leader in the red here, he kind of comes up on my left side. And so I figured too, he's gonna keep things pretty fast. And so we have about a half lap left. And so we're going up this hill, and this is kind of when other people that are behind are going to start putting in a little bit of an effort. And so getting swarmed a little bit here, but I still feel like I'm pretty good. I'm maybe a couple wheels further back than I want to be, but I'm still in a pretty good spot. And I'm going to want to move up on that left side, but that spot's taken, so I'm just gonna kind of stick where I'm at. And you kind of see El Grupo starting to pull away here at the front, but I'm still in a good spot. It's a long sprint, but unfortunately the two riders in front of me kind of dropped the wheel of the first three guys, and so I'm like, what the heck's going on? So I'm gonna go around here to the right. And like I had mentioned previously, people are taking this turn so slow, so I'm gonna really rip this turn, so is the other guy. And then right now I'm like, man, they're far ahead, so I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna be patient, stay behind this guy, patient, and then now is kind of when I'm gonna start my sprint. Looked like the El Grupo sprinter accidentally unclipped, so he still ended up getting second, but yeah, so I got third on the day, was able to get on the podium, which was awesome. It was really unfortunate how this last 600 meters played out, because I felt like I had enough for the win if, you know, things ended up playing out, but you can kind of see with that big of a gap going into that last turn, you know, it's just going to be a little too hard to make it happen. But thanks so much for watching. We are now over 1,000 subscribers, so thanks so much for everyone that's been subscribing and liking the videos. It really helps grow the channel and allows me to, you know, create more of these videos for y'all. So next video will be stage 5, which was the final stage and is the Gila Monster. Crazy road race that y'all definitely want to check out. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.